Welcome back, everybody. Grand Tactician, Civil War, Grumpy Grandpa Gaming, and this is episode 22 of our Federal Spring of 61 campaign. Alright, first things first, we do have a new unit to add in here. And that is the 33rd Ohio Volunteers under command of Benjamin Smith. They are forming up right now. They'll be ready to go in 19 days, and they will be getting transferred into 2nd Corps as per your request. And we also do have one unit transfer as Colonel Carr of the Yorkshire Yeomanry, which was in the 2nd Cavalry Division of 6th Corps, 1st Army, is now transferring to 7th Corps under a newly formed 5th Cavalry Division under Benjamin Mansfield. John Abercrombie. So they're transferring there now, and they will be there in 8 days. Alright, moving on. I do apologize for there being no videos on Monday or Wednesday. Monday, obviously, with New Year's, was a bit busy. And Wednesday, I had planned on starting a new series with the Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, which will be on every Wednesday going forward. It's just, I was still trying to get a feel for the game, and I just wasn't ready to record an episode for Wednesday. So, but going forward, it will be Monday, Friday with the set piece campaign for Grand Tactician, Saturday still being the live stream. And Wednesdays, just to change it up for me and for the viewers also, I'll be doing an Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts campaign. Alright, now we got that covered. It is time to go into the historical record. And just as a reminder to everybody, these videos are chapters, so you can skip around to whichever portion you so choose. A letter from Michael Wade to his wife, Abigail Wade. Dearest Abigail, my sincere apologies, as I had not intended to incite your fear, my dear. Though I do have more news of concern, we will most likely not be having a peaceful winter this season. Our latest information points to us being sandwiched between several enemy forces. Don't fret, though, my sweet, as we will surely see them off as easily and more dramatically than our last feeble opponent's pitiful try at our just forces. This war, though bleak at the moment, will surely be ours. Our victories alone will see us through. We will march to your aid, my dear, and make safe our home once again. We have forces to your south, and of course, I am to your near east. In reality, it is us who have the enemy surrounded, even if they cannot see it yet. Once I know more of our movement and whereabouts, I shall detail you and regale you with stories of our glory. Give the kids my affections, and my ever-present love to you, my dear. Your loving husband, Michael Wade. From the diary, Captain Franklin Malone, Company B, 2nd Regiment, 50th Hour River Boys. 24 December, 1862. As we started over to Colonel Ricketts' tent to have a Christmas Eve party with the sound of men laughing among themselves as they opened their mail, the messenger came up with orders to get ready to march. Seems old Johnny Reb had a gift for the boys in the form of a battle. They stopped for the night after marching about 10 or 15 miles, with the order to dig in for tomorrow along a crossroad. You could see snow starting to fall in the light of the torch. 25 December, 1862. Thanks to the light snow this morning, it was around 8:30 in the morning when we started to take our positions near a small community, with us setting on the left of the 3rd Division next to the Viking Brigade on our right, and the 79th New York Highlanders from the 1st Division on our left. It was 10 in the morning when we received orders to send out skirmishers. I don't know if Company B got lucky or not, but it seems as Company A and D of the 1st Regiment were sent up a few hundred yards forward to the lines as our brigade skirmishers. It was 10 after 11 when the first Rebs came into view, coming out of some heavy fog. It was about 12:30, and after about an hour of fighting, all the skirmishing forces had pulled back. It was 1:45 when we could see the bulk of the Rebs shifting to our right, trying to get around our flank. I'm somewhat glad that we were not setting on the extreme right for this battle. Must have been one when we could hear the guns on the far right opening up. I could only think at the time that the boys in the cavalry were in a scrap now. The boys started to wonder when was old Blood and Guts or even old Blinky Ferry would send us forward to fight. I could stand why the boys wanted to fight, those reps so badly, making them come out in the field in the snow, Christmas. That would make anyone want to come out and fight. It was after 2 in the afternoon when the lone brigade started firing into the Derby Hellfighters, more reps starting to stack up behind them, as well as several brigades trying to use the only road to be stopped by withering fire from the 1st Division. That lone Reb division fleeing the field looked like John Grandpa ordered a sweeping attack. The 1st Division, which turned out to be with the 2nd Division as well. Around 3:30, some of the Rebs came charging at Derby Hellfighters, only ended up taking fire from the Viking Brigade, Grandpa's grunts firing on their flanks. The boys started to get riled up with us just sitting there, with no orders to get into the fight. It wasn't until after the Viking Brigade started to move forward that I and several other officers walked over to Colonel Ricketts to see when we were going to move out. Only to be told that he was ordered to set tight, just in case the Reds reformed and came back. Knowing that we weren't going to see any more action today, he ordered the boys to rest. We could hear the firing off rifles off in the direction of where the Revs should be, but with all the snow getting kicked up from the men moving, couldn't see much but the backs of the 1st Division. It was around 4:45 when the sound of firing died down. It was about 10 minutes later when the order to start marching back to camp was given. I will say the cooks made a great dinner for the boys when we got back to the camp. It was half cold, but it was good. We won't let the men know that it was most likely General Ferry who gave the order to keep us out of the fighting for some reason. We only think it was General Grandpa giving the brigade a Christmas gift by letting them have some rest. 31 December, 1862. There's a rumor going around camp that we might be going into Indian territory come the 1st of the new year to put an end to that damn Army of Texas once and for all. Those kinds of rumors never turn out to be right. Looking back on the first rumor of this campaign, as we got ready to get on the boats, we were going to land south of Richmond. As we passed the Carolinas, another rumor was going around. As we got close to Florida, they were most likely going to land there and march north. As we entered the Gulf, the last rumor started, they were going to land near New Orleans and march up the Mississippi, cutting the south in two. But we never came close to land until we saw Texas coastline. So if I had to place a bet on where we were going, I'd place it on marching in Louisiana or Arkansas come the fighting season. But we'll find out in the coming days. Once again, as always, I do really enjoy these letters and diary entries here. So wonderful to read, and it helps add a lot of life to the campaign outside of me just moving stuff around on a map. Gives you a feel for the men on the field. All right. It is also now January 1st, so it's time to go over the monthlies. All right, current rating of our nation is triple B. It's actually triple B plus. So this is just a little off. We did cut another bond to $25 million, so our debt now amounts to $964 million. Though the interest rate on the bond has gone down considerably. Current economy cycle is contraction. It is the winter, so nothing is being produced right now by the farms. So our tax revenues did decrease by $8 million. We did construct one new news agency, and I have another one being constructed, also trying to get us some better intelligence along the Western Front. Total export volume last month was 1.3 out, 1.3 coming in, so this has been even on for over a year now. It shows no signs of changing. And average cork production over the last 3 months was 340 million, a change of negative 7.7. That's a 3-month average, it's not the monthly average. Coming over to finances. We're not doing too bad. We're now spending $412 million more than we are bringing in. That's actually come down a little bit. Supply depots are starting to run up in cost. But, that's to be expected. And spending-wise, the rebels are basically keeping outside this big drop here for us, which... Wondering what oh, that's when I built the news agencies. That's a big drop right there. Our spending's been about on par with the rebels. Coming over to intelligence. They are working on Conscription Act 2, so we're going to be seeing a few more rebel forces enter the field, thankfully. They need those men. And they are worked on the following projects. Subsidized agriculture, recruitment offices, Warrior class ships, really? And improved credit ratings. I don't know what the hell they're going to do with the Warriors. They built all these ships and they only got like 30 in the water and they're all up in the Long Island Sound. Nothing near my fleet. Confederate relations with Great Britain is now at 26%, so they've done some damage to that themselves because it was closer to 35. And it says they've recruited 2,800 more men into one brigade. So they recruited one brigade. Not going to help them out much. And they started building another 6 ships, which you're probably not going to use either. Current morale of Confederate armies is at 69% because we just did beat the crap out of them here at the Battle of 9th Dallas. That was a pretty bloody affair for them. And we did kill one of their high officers. We took out Candy Walker. Come over to military. Wrong one, strategy. National morale. We're actually down to 58 to their 64. That's because they do have forces running around north of us. So we're going to do something about that come the spring. National support, we're at 68 to their 67. Morale of the armies, we're at 78 to their 63. Men in the field, we have 205,400 in the field to their 209,877. And battles won, we're sitting at 47 to their 3. And once again, those 3 are just forts they captured. They have done nothing else. Total casualties so far, we're sitting at 82,629 to their 242,388. We are winning this war, even though national morale is not very high for us. It's actually, I think that's the lowest my national morale has ever been in a campaign. But we will turn that around come the spring once we start drubbing them again. All right, policy-wise. We're currently working on Revenue Act 2. As soon as that is completed, we will move into Government Funding 3 so that I can get into the Bank Act as soon as possible. Because the banks, I have learned, are a very, very powerful tool. And placing one bank in each one of your state capitals really helps your credit rating and the money starts flowing in freely. It's a very powerful tool, especially for the Southerners, if your campaign lasts long enough to get to it. So Revenue Act 2 will be complete in 10 days, and then we'll move into Funding 3. Projects, let's see what we got available. I didn't go over this in the last monthly, as there just wasn't anything available that I wanted. All right, we got Occupation Administration, suppress population, not really going to help us out much. Structure reform. Really nothing here that I want. We can take market reform. Though I should wait for an improved credit rating. Funding's at 6.4. We need 10 million. I'm not really pumping too much money into that. I'm only pumping 5 million a year into that. I should actually have a lot more funding available. I don't know why I'm not getting that. Okay. I haven't spent any of those subsidies. Those are subsidized banks. I can't do that without the Bank Act. Okay. I think I want to take the subsidized banks because we do have a few banks available to us. And we're going to capture one in Louisiana when we take New Orleans. So subsidizing a bank sounds like a good idea. And what do we have over on the military side? There's nothing that we really need from the military. I'm just pumping a lot of funds into it just to keep recruitment up, supply efficiency, stuff like that. We don't need another level training manual, supply reform. Don't need any of that. Weapons production, I think we're good on. Actually, we take another level of that, we can get the sharps built faster. Take 2 levels of that. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. Actually, I was saving up money for the railroad. Forgot about that. I was saving money for the railroad. We do another level of railroad construction. There we go. So once I take New Orleans, I'll be able to build a railroad down here through Texas, Louisiana, help our supply situation down here. All right, I think I got everything covered except for the map, but nothing has changed outside of us beating down the rebel armies here. We still have these units running around Illinois, which I'm not going to do anything about until after winter's finished. And the Maryland line has still remained quiet, thankfully. All right, so I think I got everything covered. So I'll be back with the next major event. Alright, it's now January 6th, and we do have ourselves another action up here at Washington, D.C. Been a few episodes since we had one here. So we have Jackson, who's commander of the Army of Maryland, attacking us with 53,211 infantry, 6,923 cavalry, and 44 guns, using Pendleton's Corps Army of Maryland, McCown's Corps Army of Ohio, Jackson's Corps Army of Virginia, Army of Virginia Headquarters, Army of Ohio Headquarters, Army of Maryland Headquarters, Wheeler's Corps Army of Maryland, and B. Junior's Corps Army of Maryland. Though these things, 4,300 men and 2,900 respectively, they don't make much of a force. It's McGowan's and Jackson's Corps, which are the two biggest opposition forces for us. And they're coming against General Scott's 2nd Army. 3rd Corps will be on the field, with 4th Corps joining in 35 hours, so we can just effectively count them out of the battle at this point. So, initially we're going on the field, 32,126 men and 60 guns. With 4th Corps, we'll have 53,590 infantry, 9,380 cavalry, and 119 guns. So, yeah, looks like we got some snow falling, snow on the ground. This is going to be a cold fight for the boys. I'll see you all on the battle map. Welcome everybody to the 13th Battle of Washington, D.C. As you see, I'm already set up in a defensive formation. I had enough engineering points to put out trenches for most of my infantry outside of 2 brigades. So we have a big chunk of the map that form up on. All the rebel corps are here except for the 2 that are arriving overnight, and judging by this bulge, they're probably in this area. So I did set up right here. So we have the 11th Infantry on our left with the 2nd and 3rd Brigades and Lincoln's and Old Chucky Legion. In the center of the line is 10th Division with the East Kentucky Bootleggers, the Greenskins, and the Iron Brigade. On the right end of the line, we have the 9th Division with Churchill's Iron, the Great Death, and the South Indiana Screaming Eagles. And I do have my artillery arrayed out over here. 3rd U.S., 2nd Colorado Battery, 5th U.S., and 1st Indiana Battery. Just out here in the field because it's about the cleanest line of sight I can get over here. We have the engineers out on this flank, covering the left. And I have my cavalry actually all the way down here, as I want to try. I'm hoping there's no rebels in this spot over here, as I want to try and seize this entry point. Just so I know when the overnight forces come in, they're going to be coming in here at the Milk House Ford Road. Once I have this point seized, I'll be bringing the cavalry back to act as a reserve for the infantry. And as a quick reaction force, if any rebels try to get around my flank, because they do have me heavily outnumbered, and outflanking me is very heavily in the cards. So it's 15:30 now. We don't have much daylight left. There's a snowstorm going on. It's 27 degrees. So it's going to be a cold day in hell for many a boy. So let's play here and make sure nobody's right in front of us. Nope. I wonder if I should push forward and seize the heights. We probably get there at the same time. I got a big distance to march. Probably not a good idea. Stick with plan A. Alright, I'll be back once we have contact with the rebels. All right, it's now 1545, and immediately we were seeing a change of plans down here as Pendleton's Corps Army of Maryland is down here at Pierce Mill Road. So I'm withdrawing the cavalry right now and shifting 11th Infantry Division to face down Blagden's Mill Road, as that's probably the way they're going to come at us unless they're going to chase down the cavalry. God, get your vedettes in. Oh, they got butchered. Nope, 19 casualties. That's not that bad. These guys aren't that well armed. I probably could have fought it out with these 3 brigades, but there's a lot more up the hill here. There's an entire corps there, and 2 cavalry brigades and not holding off an entire corps. Once they've retreated far enough back to this point, I'll start bringing them back up Piney Branch Road to rejoin the infantry. On top of the house does me no good. Let's give me your skirmishers up here. Probably a suicide run, but I need to see what's coming at us. Coming at us out of 2 directions, we are going to have a hot day. Come on, vedettes, fall back. Problem is, they can cross the river wherever the hell they want because the entire thing's frozen. It looks like things are going to calm down while I get this maneuvering done. I'll be back. Alright, it's now 8 a.m. of day 2. It is still dark out. The storm is still coming down. It's now 11 degrees Fahrenheit. We're actually showing a minor victory, so rebel morale is not high. It's actually at 53 to our 66. Looks like they took some attrition losses overnight while we did not. I actually took no attrition casualties overnight. I'm kind of amazed by that. They took 1%. It's not a lot. Yeah, it's 50 men. 600 men. 600 men less is 600 men less. So I know there are 3 corps down here. And 1 more corps of approximately 30,000 men right here. So, we're in kind of a tight spot right now. I don't have enough forces to face either direction, so I'm hoping they come at me kind of piecemeal. Hoping. Doesn't mean they will. Right now it looks like they might be trying to cut cross country. And I'm going to have to send the cavalry over there. They're lonesome to watch over this point. They might be trying to cut across to Rock Creek Church Road. Fort place. Got going on. Nope, cutting through the woods up in this direction. That works for me. They'll be nice and tired by the time they arrive at my infantry division that's waiting for them. Boys, you have to cut back around this way. Scott, I don't know why the hell you're hanging out back here. Get over there. The 4th Cavalry Division commander moves with his men, because he really wasn't. Are those vedettes still out there? Yeah, they are. I thought I recalled them. They never came in. Awesome. Actually, yeah, that's not... Well, those vedettes haven't come back. It's probably not counting the casualties. Alright. Looks like it's going to be quiet for a little while yet, so I'll be back. Alright, it's 8:52 in the morning, and Rebel Cavalry on our left flank is coming to sight, and it's the Peninsula Cavalry, Jackson's Corps, Army of Virginia. Problem is, my general's still stuck behind him because he's moving slow as molasses. Probably because the man's too big to ride his own friggin' horse. So, maybe we'll see an end to General Scott today on the battlefield if he doesn't get his ass in motion. Men they got 1900. See him off at volley. Nope, they're not going to come in any closer. First Iowa Engineers, give me some skirmishers. 3rd Brigade, give me some skirmishers. We'll go see off this cavalry. I did start shifting my other 2 divisions onto this forward slope here in the woods on either side of the road. But I haven't had any soundings or dust trails from over here, so I think they might have shifted that corps down this way on the rest of their forces, but I'm still not sure yet. I may end up shifting 10th Division to support this defense line here, leaving the 1 division oversighting over here. Actually, looks like I may just have to do that. They're marching off onto the left now. And there's a division off that way. I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place when it comes to this defense line. At 10th, we're going to shift you to face this way. 9th. Your men over here. That division's going right around us. Got the cavalry's going to be able to stop them with the... One brigade's got the Sharps, the other one's got Maynard still. For sure hit that cavalry. See them all 40 infantry arrives. I got no clear sightings from my artillery either. Actually, they're coming down this way. How's this terrain look? Oh, that's beautiful terrain for artillery. Batteries over here. Yeah, it looks like I want to shift on my left. Problem is, I gotta hold the division down here is a problem. Until I know where Bragg's army is. What's this? Pendleton's Corps, Army of Maryland. So I know where the other big corps is. I really got that division stuck out in place. Virginia. Good ground for this cavalry. As I put them out here, they're going to get swamped. I can't hold them back here either. All the movement double, please. Turn and face. Scots is riding along in their army like nothing's happening. I'm gonna get lost in friendly crossfire over here. AI is definitely maneuvering smart on this battle. There's a little change of pace. We're swinging the men out this way. Division out on the flank of that road. See if we can't force something here. Stand Waddy. Mounts Corps Army of Ohio. This is another big corps. How big is this cavalry brigade? 1,800 men. The Death Hussars, go lock them down. God, come around this way. So you can't knock this brigade out early. Came in right on top of us. Bootleggers, go get them. Here. I think they might have shifted up behind the rest of the forces, or they might just be hanging out and waiting. sometimes you never know. They might have gone out and around on us. Just don't have the forces to cover everything. Cape Cod, you go engage. SRs, get your asses up here. These guys have crap weapons. Morale's down to 52. Those damn vedettes in. Who's still out? They dismounted the SARS. Get up here. A double, please. What is that, a canter for the cavalry? Looks like we got them ranged. Right, get in there. God's got him locked in. Where the hell are you going? Turn off AI. Should turn off for everybody. Yeah, Scott finally made it behind my lines. I need you up here. Brigade, get out here. Everybody earns their pay today. Ooh. Well, Chuck Legion spacing off against 3 brigades over here. That is not good. Alright, broke this cavalry. Is anybody else crossing the plain here? Let's bring the cavalry up. Might be able to get ourselves a flank rear attack going on. Good death. Get on that flank. You know there's an infantry division out here somewhere. Where the hell are they? All my facings are glitched out. There's definitely a glitch going on with this fight. Skins at the double, please. Power Brigade at the double, please. MacArthur's wounded. Oh no, he's dead. Whoosh. Oh, it's that point in the war, 1863. We're going to start seeing some higher officer casualties. Oh, and I forgot to mention today's battle crew is fighting 69th Whiskey. Go. Rear got their morale knocked down to 47. Casualties have mounted from both sides. Legion's almost at 1,000 casualties, but they're facing off against 3 brigades. 1st Iowa Engineers and 3rd Brigade are facing off against 4 brigades over here. I'm not going to worry about this missing division. Break this force here, battle's ours. Doesn't matter. Look at that. See that facing? That's an issue. I haven't even seen their largest force yet. So we may not even be joining the attack. It's several different armies with all their commanders on the field. They're all doing their own thing. Chunky's over 1,000 casualties. And start cleaning these brigades off the field. Yeah, that's core. know I should have pulled Noel Chucky off the line already, but their sacrifice is not in vain. They are buying us some precious time on the flanks. Let's see, Munford's charging in. This is the better of it. Already low on ammunition, must have a supply issue. They should not be low on ammo. Yeah, no truck is about to break. Break one of these two brigades over here. Starting to pull back, pretty good. So we got people coming on in their asses. There's a Nola Chuckies. I don't blame you, boys. 1,500 casualties, 1,300 men left. 50% casualties. Like I said, your sacrifice was not in vain. Who's that back there? Probably a battery from that division I lost track of. Go get them. These riders coming up this way. There is somebody back here. I just don't see them. Break a few more of these boys for me. Looks like we got that battery. You guys are doing me no good out there. Come up this way. Level follow your men, damn it. Neither side wants to give up this fight. What the hell are you boys doing? Was getting hammered. Kentucky bootleggers are about to break. Finally broke them good. notice I had the microphone on mute there for a second. How the hell could I not see the battery that's sitting right there? In order for the bootleggers to fall back, they've taken quite a few casualties. Reskins, I told you to close in on them. Close in. Heinzelman's wounded. Come on, we gotta finish breaking them. We're at 22% casualties, they're at 20. They have everybody on the field. But we haven't seen everybody, that's the problem. It's only coming up on noon and they still got a ton of forces for us to fight. Bootleggers took a drubbing. You guys turned your backs, prick. Damn unit retreated through us. Still no sight of that other corps. Why'd you stop back there? You must have run into somebody. Yep, there's a brigade over here, but I think it might be a reformed brigade. No, they have 45 casualties. I think they fought. Get up on the flank of woods over there. Boys have done well for me this battle. You are starting to redeem yourselves. We're going to break during this fight. I will consider you redeemed. Get up on their flank, give me one good volley, then we're charging in. charging the woods is not a good idea, but we gotta do something back here. Go get them, boys. You guys getting hit by 3 brigades and just standing there taking. There they go. Alright, Churchill's Iron, get in there with them. See those boys off. Keep advancing, boys. Get that battery. About to see this army off on us. That battery, very good. Breaking Infantry Brigade, go get them. Cape Cod, you're doing some excellent work. There's an unbroken brigade with them. That's not good. Death Hussars, I need you up here. Nope, they broke that 1 brigade. Very good. Oh, they're going to break them both. Cape Cod, you were doing us proud today. You are officially no longer a disgraced unit. Go for that breaking cavalry brigade. Get away from the infantry, it's not broken. I could have sworn I advanced this brigade. Cape Cod just broke, but I'm not going to blame them on this fight. They did me some good work. Order. This is an unfought brigade, no point in charging them. Right, Cape Cod's reforming. Oh, this broke again. That brigade hung around long enough just to re-break the Cape Cod. That's it, they are pulling off. Thank the Lord. This is one bloody fight. But it is that year. Hopefully they took as big of a hit in their officer corps as we did. Arthur killed in action. Looks like we're not going to have Douglas MacArthur for World War II or World War I. And the Spanish-American War. Here goes a dynasty. That's been wounded. Alright, one officer dead, one officer wounded. We took too many casualties to get a major victory out of this. Yeah, we're at equal, percentage-wise, we're equal. I need to keep my casualties at 21%. We're at almost 27. They're at 26.3. Why are you boys getting ready to break? And engineers just broke at the end. They took a lot of casualties too. 1,200. For Archer's brigade and his battery to fall back. I think we can speed this along now. Tell you what, this was one rough fight. I'm still retreating through my men. Hopefully take some prisoners out of that. I was actually thinking we were going to lose this one. Casualties were getting up there. Like I said, it's now 1863, so the fights are just going to get bloodier from here on out. Men and officers. So we lost 8,265 of our infantry, 386 of our cavalry, 45. How the hell did we lose 45 guns? My artillery wasn't attacked. What the hell? Total loss of 8,652 men out of the 64,743 we would have had if the other corps had arrived, but they were not arriving until day 3. We had about 30,000 men on the field. We took down 15,000 of their 62,000 infantry, 1,700 of their 8,000 cavalry, 40 of their 50 guns, total loss of 17,000 of their 70,000 men. So 27% casualties for both sides. We did about 2 to 1, maybe a little less then. Now let's save this real fast. Things are looking a little glitchy, so I definitely want to get a save in here before I look at the paperwork. All right, combat reports. First, Iowa Engineers did 1,043 to infantry, captured 44, 492 to cavalry, for a total 1,579. Notepad. 11th, don't want the Cav Division yet. 11th Infantry Division, the Nolichucky Legion did 1,113 to infantry. 2nd Brigade did 1,133 to infantry, 46 to cavalry, for a total of 1,183. 3rd Brigade did 1,290 to infantry, 17 taken prisoner, 327 to cavalry, for a total of 1,640. That division did the most casualties. I think 3rd Brigade might be in the running here. 4th Cavalry Division, Cape Cod Cavalry did 415 to infantry, captured 755. 104 to cavalry, 126 to artillery, captured another 193. Brigade total 1,593. Cape Cod, you guys have redeemed yourselves. Death Hussars did 13 infantry, 218 to cavalry, for total 231. They really didn't get into the fight until the very end. Division total 1,824. 9th Infantry Division. Churchill's Iron did 460 to infantry, 21 to cavalry, 2 to artillery, for total 483. The Grey Death did 1,375 to infantry, captured 30, 29 to cavalry, for total 1,450. South Indiana Screaming Eagles did 888 to infantry, captured 56, 90 to cavalry, captured 37, total 1,074, division total 3,007. 10th Division, East Kentucky Bootleggers did 877 to infantry, captured 100, for total 983. The Greenskins did 1,138 to infantry, took 4 prisoners, total 1,152. Iron Brigade did 1,207 to infantry, captured 66, 48 to artillery, for total 1,326. Division total 3,461. And the Artillery Division, not much to speak of. 286 all told. All right, the generic 3rd Brigade gets the Grumpy Seal of Approval for this battle, so they definitely need a name. Let's go back and take a look at that unit. So can't see their uniforms from here, but can't tell whether we'll take a look at the OOB after the battle, so we see where the state's from, what their uniforms look like, and then we're going to need a name for them. Officer casualties. We know we lost 1 wounded, 1 dead. Let's see if we got any of the rebels. All right, we wounded McGowan, Corps Commander. Wounded Green. Captured Liddell. Killed Major Harrison. Wounded Anderson. I was looking at the wrong corps there. I don't think these guys fought. Fourth Peninsula Cavalry. All right, wounded Law. And we got 6 of their officers. A more than fair exchange, so the casualties are very high for both sides. All right, we'll get closed out of here, and I'll see you all at the newspaper screen. Victory at the 13th Battle of Washington, D.C. The Army of Maryland, Army of Ohio, Army of Virginia retreating in panic. The Army reportedly suffered total casualties of 16,446 men. There are 1,811 killed, 5,641 captured. Our casualties total 8,652 men, 1,153 killed, 1,382 missing, and the rest wounded. Captured 8,700 rifles and 17 guns from the field and sent 4,958 soldiers off to our prison camp. And they will once again be part of our catch and release program, so I got to empty out the prison camp once again. Looks like Lieutenant Colonel Liddell, who I think we captured Liddell, takes the blame for losing the battle. I hate it when they do that. They blame like the lowest ranking officer they can on losing a battle. Let's get this fight rolled off. So I think I'm going to be rotating 4th Corps, 3rd Corps. Take 4th out of Frederick, put them in D.C. and send 3rd up to Frederick so they can rest and refit. Rolled off. There he goes. Let's pause that here. 3rd Corps. We're going to take a look at 3rd Brigade, and I need names. They got dark green jackets, sky blue pants. This was just a random uniform that the AI gave them. They are from Ohio. Your Commander Charles Gilbert. So, need names, and I'll choose whichever one I like the most. They already replaced... Yeah. They already replaced MacArthur. I don't like it when the computer does that. Where is Hancock from? He's from Pennsylvania. No, you're not getting commanded at Chucky's. You're from Illinois. An Illinois officer. Your time will come, Hancock. Look at that. MacArthur was 4-star officer. Baker's still wounded, so just by seniority. George Roberts, you are next up. Not the best commander, but who was wounded? Churchill's iron, so they used Nagel to replace him. And he's from Pennsylvania, but I want to go off of seniority on this. And there's already a colonel available, so Hancock is going to get that brigade. Hancock's now in charge of Churchill's iron. He's already a colonel and he needs a job. He's from the correct state. Alright, 3rd Corps, you're heading up to Frederick. 4th Corps, you're coming down to D.C. Alright, that battle did take a while. So, I do believe this is a good place to end this episode. Sorry there's only the one battle this one, but it did feel like that one took a while. And I don't think we're going to get a better battle this episode, so might as well end it on a high note. So, I did notice today that we did exceed, we're now over 781 subscribers. Only 19 away from 800. So, if you're one of those 30% of viewers who are not, returning viewers who have not hit that subscribe button yet, please hit that subscribe button. Remember, hit that bell icon. Keep coming back to watch these videos. I must be doing something right. As always, if you'd like a brigade in one of my armies, please let me know in the comments below. And I will see you all at the next episode. Stay grumpy.